come on in. It's your girl Hope with JCD Creation, guys. Oh, y'all, I'm coming to y'all via my bed, okay? Today it is pouring rain, y'all. And I'm trying to relax, pretty much. I'm trying to give y'all some time to come in. I know people probably busy still. Started to do a video. Let me see if I can get anybody to come in. If I can't get anybody to come in, then I'll just go. Let's see. I see one person, but I don't see you. Mm-mm-mm. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Welcome in, guys. It's the day after the day. Y'all know. If you know, you know. Hello, everybody. Hello. Hey, Lisa Bell. How are you, love? Let me get my glasses, y'all. Hold on. Oh, shh. Hold on, y'all. I done dropped my glasses off the bed. Hold on. Y'all looking at the ceiling. I'm sorry. I had to get my glasses. Oh. I hope y'all resting. I know I'm in the bed. I got up this morning. My grandson was here. He got up. He went to school. And I got up, took my shower, and laid what I call back down. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. Who's going to the sale, the day after sale at Walmart and all these other places that may be having a sale? I saw that Pretty Girl was out. She did a video. Walmart is 50% off. So who else is going out? I'm going to use this time. Well, my husband doesn't get off until 11. So I'm going to use this time to relax. And today, I don't really plan on doing much of anything. I may not. I have a few Easter baskets that I need to take the snacks out of. And that's about all I'm going to do if I do it today. I may not do anything today, but lay in this bed. It all depends. Y'all can see I got my little pigtails, child. But yeah, I'm just laying down and relaxing. I didn't come on to talk about much. I wanted to congratulate everyone on their sales. Um, oh, really? Well, my CVS didn't hardly have anything for after Easter anyway. Yeah, my stores really didn't have much left for Easter at 50%. So, yeah. My Walmart had pretty decent items left, but by the time I get to the store, I don't know what they would have left. And there's only certain things that I would be willing to buy at 50%. Really? Which CVS robes? Like the ones we got last year? The thick ones? Lisa, like the thick ones we got last year? Well, congratulations, everyone, on all your sales. I'm extremely proud of everyone who went out and worked their business. I know that there was some ups and some downs and some turnarounds and some disappointments. Hold on. No, I was never able to find the watches. I never did get any. Oh, okay. Well, girl, you know I have plenty of robes left from last year. Well, when we got them the last time, but I will go get some more if the price is right. Yeah. Now I don't have that many of the slippers. I'm doing well. How are you? This channel is about basket making, gift designing. Hello, hello. So yeah, Lisa, I'm gonna try to get out when my husband comes to go to Walmart. Yeah, it's very interesting. Very lucrative business. So Lisa, are you gonna do Christmas and or the next holiday. You're going to do Father's Day? I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing Father's Day at all. I'm probably going to use that time to get prepared for Christmas in July and go from there. So yeah, I know there was a lot of ups and downs with some people, and I just want everybody to be mindful. Yeah, we want to keep it real, and we want everybody to know the ins and the outs of the business. However, we got to also be mindful to not disencourage people from wanting to do or try anything in the business because of whatever horror story may have happened to us or to anyone else. We have to be mindful that there are new people that are coming into the business and they want to work the business. But with them listening to some of the things and some of the people upset that they got ran off or someone's next to them, all the other things that we have run into, we have to be mindful that the property that we're setting up on does not belong to us. We also have to be mindful that that's a liability for any business owner or any property owner as well. And we just have to make sure that we be understanding of that and be glad that, hi, S. Marie. And, we have to, if they want us to move, we have to move. If they want, and this is why it's important that we get permission. This is important why we have all our ducks in a row so that when they approach us, there's no issues. And and as far as those that are concerned about other people setting up next to them, I understand it's frustrating, it's aggravating, but understand that you're not in competition with anyone. You're in competition with yourself. And if it's a public location, they're free to set up anywhere they want to set up. And we just have to be confident in what we're doing and in our work, because at the end of the day, what's meant for us is meant for us. And whatever sale's going to come to us, going to come to us. I will not leave a space because someone else is set up right next to me selling the same items. That's just like Walmart. Now you see the bread aisle, you see the grits, the bacon, everybody they, you don't see them not saying, well, I don't want my bacon set next to this bacon because it may sell and mine may not. All depends on the person and what they're looking for. So we have to be mindful of that kind of stuff. And we all need to have our paperwork together. We need to get our permit. Permits does not cost that much money. The permit is not worth a fine. Okay. So we have to be mindful of that also. So please go get your permits, get your license, get whatever you need to get because again, it's a liability for, even for the people that property that we're on, it's a liability. And if they give granting you permission, um, then they're assuming the liability along with your business. And if you're out representing yourself as a business, you should have your license, you should have insurance, you should have whatever you need to have to be set up on these properties. Anybody could trip on your tablecloth. One of your gifts could fall on their foot. You never know. It's always good to be protected. So I'll get permission, get your permits, uh, contact your city or county to see what all you need to do, see if it's even allowed. Because I'm going to tell you something, these fines are no joke. If these people come up to you and give you a fine, they don't have to give you a warning, they don't have to give you anything. They'll give you that little slip with that fine on there. And if you don't pay it, they're going to do the gangster lien against anything that you have, rather it be your business, your home, whatever. So it's good to protect yourself. And I think that this is something that the basket community, maybe maybe someone that has been in the business for a long time and have their license and have their know all the ins and the outs of the what they need to do. Let me see. Hope, do you have a business insurance company to recommend? I went through my homeowner's insurance, my insurance, my personal insurance company. and asked, did they offer business insurance? And they did, because, see, the reason I went on and got it was because when I was doing jewelry and I wanted to set up on the base, they required me to have business insurance. So I went and got business insurance so that I could set up on base. And then, it was explained to me how important it was to have business insurance. And you always got somebody out here trying to scheme and scam. So it's good to be protected. So that's the only reason I did it. There are some places, I guess you could probably look online to find out who offers it, but it wasn't very expensive at all. So yeah, I mean, we have to be mindful that, yeah, it's an empty lot. We don't think anybody's using it, but guess what? That empty lot belongs to somebody. Rather it belongs to someone in the city, the county, or to the city or the county, or a person or owner. That property belongs to someone. And us being set up on it, anything happened and this person decides, okay, well, I'm gonna sue your company and wherever you are at. These people being sued and they don't even know, because they don't even know you on that property. So we have to be considerate. We have to protect ourselves. It's okay to be in our feelings. Hi, welcome, Marie. Remember you, girl, I enjoyed your dance yesterday, girl. You did that. Yeah, honey, I saw you. I said, oh, let me request a dance right quick. But yeah, so we have to be mindful. But girl, y'all, congratulations, everyone, on doing so well with going out and selling, working your business, nobody's business, baby. Y'all did that. And I am so excited. I am so proud of each and every one of you. God showed up and showed out for all of you. And that just makes my heart smile. Hi, Sophia. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome in, love. Yes. So I'm just laying in this bed, girl. The rain is it's doing its due, okay? It is pouring rain. And so I said, okay, I normally use my rainy days for my reflection days. And I'm laying here reflecting on all the things that went well this basket season, so thus far. So yeah, I'm just sitting here reflecting and praising the Lord for what has happened. Y'all, I feel like I got like some dry skin, but it's nothing there. I don't know what it is. But y'all, I was so tired. I had an amazing Mother's Day. I did not go out Mother's Day because my husband had already planned a brunch for us and made reservations. And it was really nice. Y'all, I ate till I couldn't eat anymore. I'm sure it was a sin for how much food I ate. And then I got the itis. I was already tired, so I fell asleep on our ride back. We went to another restaurant and just had a drink or two. I had a margarita, well, half of a margarita because it wasn't good. So I sent it back, and then it was just time to go because I was really tired. So we came on home, and I got my grandson together, and I went. Next thing you know, I was asleep. I know that's right. But you all know what I said I was gonna do. I told my husband that I'm gonna probably relax today. I'm gonna take those snacks out of those Easter baskets, get those broke down, and wherever I'm gonna do with them. And like I said, I didn't make that much for Mother's Day, so those gifts are gonna rotate. Whatever I have left, I think I maybe have maybe 5 gifts or something left. But those little big gifts, 5 big gifts. But then I had those little mugs that I made up that didn't go anywhere because the people wanted the big gifts. So I'm gonna rotate those over to my event in June. So I'm okay with that. Um, and that's about it. I have an order for a graduation basket, and I also have an order for a birthday gift, but I'm going to do those Wednesday. I was telling my husband I want to go ahead on and get everything organized. I wanted to just, I don't care what it is, whatever business related, could just go in my office and I go and get my house back together. And then once I get my house organized and back together, then I'll worry about the office. Okay, because what I'm needing to do is, in my mind, this is how my mind is working. If I go and get all those gifts and get all that office, business stuff out of my bedrooms that's in the house, I could organize them a different way. Good morning, everybody that's coming in. I could go back and organize my bedrooms to and get them organized, and then if I need to put baskets in the bedrooms around the beds, I can. And whatever I clean my office, I can move all that stuff out of my office into his man cave just so I could bring bits and pieces to get set up. Because what I'm thinking I'm going to have to do is turn my office into my storage room, my storage design area. So I'm going to bring all the shelvings that I have after I clear that room out. I'll bring all the shelvings back into that room, and then I'll just start putting the items on the shelf according to gender, whether it be kid boy, kid girls, and do it like that. I feel like I would be more organized that way. And if I do the women's stuff, I could put all women's stuff in one tote, or how many totes it takes by holiday. All my holiday items, Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, Christmas, I could put all those items into one and organize it like that. That way, when I grab that bin, I know, okay, this is Mother's Day. These are Mother Day items, decor like balloons or whatever. So I'll know that that's Mother's Day. These are Valentine's balloons, so I can just grab those. And these are Valentine bears, just grab those. That's how I'm planning on organizing my office. Because, guys, I can't, with me being OCD, it's stressful for me to have stuff in a disarray because my brain can't shut down. It won't function with thinking and creativity. So that's how I'm planning on doing it. And I told him once I do that, what I'm going to do is go in. I'm going to treat it like a regular 9 to 5. I'll be going in every day and designing some baskets or gifts, whether it be big or small. And what I'll do is hold on. Yeah, that's fine. What I'll do is I'll pick which gender I want to do and which holiday I want to do for that day and maybe for that week, and just design for that week on that gender and on that holiday, and then move on to the next. Because what I'm trying to do is get rid of some inventory and be prepared at the same time if someone calls me and say, hey, I need a gift for this event, or I need a gift for this. What do you have available? I don't have to go through all my totes. I don't have to go through all my bins. I will already have something made up. And if I don't have that particular gift made up, I can intertwine the gift to make what I need. So I'm thinking that may work. Yes. And I think that it will help because to me, organizing and being organized is a stress-free life. I can't. See, I was so flustered this year because what happened was when I started doing baskets, I had a lot going on. My daughter had moved in because she was in transit from with the military. She was in transit to her new duty station, and she was pregnant. So I moved everything out of my office so that they could have my office, although she told me not to. And I put everything in my bedrooms. And so I was, it was fine because I was still able to get to stuff. The chaos came after they moved. because now they're gone. After they moved, I had all of my stuff piled into two bedrooms. Plus, I had a mess, a mess in the area where they moved out because I had went in there. Sorry, guys. Let me know if you guys can hear me. I just had a phone call, so I don't know if you guys can hear me. Can you guys hear me? Thumbs up if you can hear me. Thumbs up if you guys can hear me. Can you hear me? Okay, good. I didn't want to keep talking if you didn't hear me. So the chaos came in after they moved out, and I had already started, instead of me getting the area organized after they moved out, because they cleaned up and everything after they moved out, I just started going in there throwing stuff everywhere and making baskets for Valentine's. And then, then it just kept going back to back to back because I didn't have time to regroup. So now I'm going to use this downtime to regroup and organize the way it should be. So that because if we don't see these items, we don't use them. So we're like, I know I bought this. Where is it? And then we're spending 10 minutes looking for one item. And that was frustrating to me. So what I plan on doing is having everything organized. I'm going to have the women, if I have body wash and foot soaks or whatever I have, it's going to be on one shelf for the women. I don't have much men's stuff, so that's going to be where it's going to be. Even the body wash for the kids, all of that stuff going to be on one shelf where I could see it. I can just grab and go, you know. Um, as far as toys, I'm going to try to put them aside in the category, whether it be dolls, Gabby Doll House, all Gabby Doll House games, all Gabby Doll House body wash. I mean, not body wash, socks, slippers, all that stuff will be in there. So that I know, okay, this is Gabby Dollhouse. Here's the dolls. Here are the games. Here are the lip glosses. Here's the, stuff like that. I'm not going to be putting all Gabby Dollhouse in one container. And then I just got to dig through all Gabby Dollhouse. Yeah, we're not doing that. Because I don't want to have to pull a whole tote just for one Gabby Dollhouse. And I got to pull the whole big bin of Gabby Dollhouse down, if that makes sense. Because the way I have it now, and I just did it that way because I was in a rush. So all my Gabby doll stuff is together, and it's frustrating because I gotta dig through I gotta pull this big huge bin down just to pull out a Gabby doll house lip gloss or a Barbie doll or a game, and no, that's not gonna work for me. That's not how my mind gonna work. I need Gabby Dollhouse games in one tote, all of her body care, not body care stuff, but the fingernail things that we got, that kind of stuff in one tote, and her pajamas or blankets in a tote. That's how I'm gonna have to organize it. Otherwise, it's gonna drive me bananas. I don't know. Maybe I'm the only one that feels that way. Am I the only one thinking like this or no? Does it make sense to you all? Yeah, because see, that's the way I have to organize. Spider-Man, all your action figures gonna go in one thing. Your Spider-Man slippers are gonna go in one thing, and your glasses and all that stuff going in another thing. I don't have time to be looking and pulling all of these things. Y'all look at this. I know y'all overlook me laying in the bed, y'all. I'm really relaxing today. The only thing I might do is go to Walmart. So I also want to label my items accordingly. I had things in boxes. The boxes have to go. Boxes draw spiders and everything else. And I just don't want my stuff in a box. And they take up a lot of space too. Then they crushing because people don't know how to put the light stuff on top of the heavy stuff. They putting whatever they stacking them. So my plan is I have some of those what's it? I think it's cobalt. I don't know. The garage, the garage shelvings that go in the garage, the big, big, big ones. I have a few of those. So my husband is gonna be pissed, but he gonna do it because he love me. I'm gonna ask him to break down those other two that I have in the garage that I had him put up to bring upstairs to my office. I already have three. Let me see, one, two. I already have three in my office. Okay. So what I want him to do is bring those up, and I have to clear the space so I can see the layout, because I still want to have a place where I could work, a place where I could see my TV, but still store my inventory so it won't be all over my house, if that makes sense. My office space is the extent of my garage. So it's a pretty decent space if organized properly. And then I have a little closet that's in there that I'm thinking about taking the shelving out of, because they're the wire shelving. And I'm thinking what I may want to do is just take those out, and my heat press, my cinch machines, all of those things are on one shelf. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do is have him to take those shelvings out of my closet that's in my office, and push that particular shelf into the closet. That way those things are concealed until I need to use them. And I'm thinking that if I put it in there properly, I could even slide my my what you call those things, my silhouettes and my one little cricket in there, in that same closet. That way they're out of sight, out of mind until I need to use them. However, they need to be somewhere because I always need my printer. I also do party favors and shirts and stuff like that. So I still need those things readily available for me. So I don't want to like put them in a whole nother room. My goal is to have everything business related is to come into the office. Hold on, guys. Let me see what y'all saying. I'm just talking. I'm looking, but I'm not looking. I'm sorry. Hold on, guys. I pray I can organize in the way that you speak. I know, right, Marie? That's going to be helpful. Okay. Hi, Kimberly. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I didn't finish baskets I wanted to make because of this. Right. And it really it messes with your creativity. It slows you down. So if it messes with your creativity, slows you down, it's messing with productivity. And what we want to do is be productive in our business and get the things out that we have in our mindset that we want to get out. We have all these concepts. Okay, we're going to make this, 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 and this. But then we don't get to because we're looking for stuff and we're not organized. Now, Rachel has a good system. She writes what she's going to do down, and she Daddy's treasure chest. She write her stuff down and her concepts down, and she marks them off as she go. And so, being organized helps you do that. Hold on, let's see. Good morning, everyone. I need to be organized as well. Yes, inventories all over my house. Exactly. And so that's what I'm trying to do. Also, like I got stuff right now. My husband took all of our household items and put them in storage because that's where all of my um gift stuff was. My baskets, my Easter stuff, my summer stuff, all that stuff was stored in storage off site. So I told him, no, they done gone up on storage. That stuff coming to the house. So that's why I wanted to get rid of inventory. But what I'm gonna do is once we get all of my stuff out of the garage and up to the office space, we're going to bring our household items back to the house, but we're going to get rid of whatever we're not using, and whatever else I could fit back down in the garage, like my ride-ons, big bulky stuff like that I could wipe down, vases, anything that I could wipe down will make it way back to the garage on a shelf. Only thing will not go in there is anything that's got plush, is a plush, any of my blankets. Even though there's an air conditioner out there, I still don't want to store those items in my garage because bugs can get in them. Even though you got to close, you got to tighten up. You got to still worry about the condensation from the heat of the garage. Even if you got a air conditioner in your garage, it's still like so much can happen in those containers being closed in. So my blankets, my plush, my pillows, my stuffed animals, anything that's got material will not go outside. Those baskets that we got from was it Dollar General? I mean Family Dollar. That I didn't sell, those wicker looking ones with the tan at the top and the black at the bottom. Those are gonna stay inside. All my hard buckets will go outside because I can wipe them down. So those items, anything that's hard surface will make its way back to the garage that does not fit in the office. So yeah, I kind of have it mapped out how I want it in my head, but we all know we have one thing in our head, but execution is something totally different. Good morning, Sally. It's good to see you, love. Welcome to the live. Welcome, 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 everyone. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna use this downtime to do just that, to organize and take my time. And in between time, I'm gonna help my daughter. She's moving. So that's why I said this month, what I want to do is go ahead. Well, I'm starting tomorrow because I'm not going to do a thing today, only if I want to. I'm going to start tomorrow. I'm going to bust everything down, break everything down, and start moving things out of the bedrooms that's office related or work related. I'm going to move it into the office. Y'all pray for me because I'm not sure if everything going to fit. Mm-mm-mm. So that's what I'm going to do tomorrow. And then at that time, I'm trying to decide if I have some toy bundles that's still up. What I'm wondering is if I want to break them down. And more than likely, I will break them down just to save some space and revamp them. Because for Christmas, I'm thinking I'm going to do toy lots or sell individual toys. So I'm thinking that's what I'm going to do streetwise for Christmas as far as children goes, because no one was buying those children baskets that was already uh, made up for Christmas. I sold a few, but not as many as I would have liked to have sold. So now I'm rethinking the whole Christmas strategy as selling for toys. Some people areas did really, really well. And then guys, I'm thinking because here in my area, they had a lot of toys on sale for Christmas. For like 2 or 3 weeks before Christmas, they had all their toys marked down. So I'm thinking that was it. But we know each year brings something totally different. What worked this year may not work next year. What worked this year may work even better next year. So, we have to treat our business as a flea market. We don't never know what nobody's looking for. So we got to create for everything and everybody, every price range, every, gender, every genre. So that's what we have to think about. Low budget, high budget, mid range, you know, big, small. We have to create big, small, medium gifts as well. So I told my sister, I said, well, yeah, my type of business to me is just like someone going to a a high end flea market. You don't know what no one wants. So you got to create different things. So it all depends on the customer. So what a customer didn't want this year, they may very well want it next year. What they didn't want for Mother's Day, they may very well want it for Christmas or Valentine's. So you can continue to rotate your gifts or your ideas. What didn't work this time may work next time. So what I did, I had a flat concept. Y'all seen the flat concepts I did on those trays that LBE had told us about, the trays. I went and got those trays and I did some flat concepts in those. Well, last year, for Mother's Day and Valentine's Day, they didn't work well. So what I did was revamp those same items, and I just put them in a bucket, in a one of those butterfly. Y'all see the butterfly ones that we got from um Dollar General? That's what I used, and guess what? Sold like a hot cake. Sometimes we just have to revamp and revision it, you know. So yeah, guys, that's my take on things. And like I said, I'm gonna start working every day, 9 to 5, rather it be working on tags. We know every year Mother's Day coming around. We know every year we're gonna sell for Valentine's. We know every year we're gonna sell for Easter. We're gonna sell for Christmas if you sell for Christmas, if you sell for Father's Day. So even if I take a day or 2 days um to just design some tags for my gifts, that's what I'll do. Rather it be getting my inventory together from 9 to 5, or rather it be me getting my paperwork together from 9 to 5, maybe me setting up, getting ready to log in my inventory, making stickers, or ordering bags, ordering. We need our bags, so we know we got to order that. We need to make a list of everything that we need and go from there. Even if it means us labeling bags, doing gift tags, putting together concepts on paper, and that helps. So every day, 9 to 5, I'm either going to be putting concepts together, putting the basket together, doing inventory, or doing office work as far as getting my receipts logged in, getting my receipts labeled. I already have made me a binder. I'm gonna have to show you guys. I made a binder and I keep all envelope in there for all the stores that I go to. And when I go to those stores, I put those receipts in that particular envelope. So now what I got away from and what I'm going to get back to doing is the end of that particular month, I'm going to calculate all those receipts. I'm going to write how much I spent on all those receipts, the mileage. I'm going to document all of that per month. That way, at the end of the year, I don't know if everybody got a CPA, or if you got a record keeper, or whoever you have do your taxes. But me being as small as I am, I'm not to that point where I need all of that yet. So what I'm doing is documenting it and keeping track of it myself. It's good to have them, but it's also expensive to have a bookkeeper and CPA and all that stuff. So until I'm big enough to have all of that, what I'll do is keep my own record of my items. So that's what I'm going to do. Each month, I would do that. I will go back and calculate everything. I would put a rubber band or a clip on that for that month, wrap it on a piece of paper that says January or February, whatever the month may be. I have an envelope. I can slide it in there. Okay. So you got one big envelope for one store, but 12 individual envelopes for each month. Does that make sense? Y'all there? Does that make sense to y'all? Thank you guys for the thumbs up. Welcome to anyone that just came in. So that's what I'm going to be doing. If I need to take a day for me to get, the paperwork and stuff together, that's what I'll do. But like I said, for each day, 9 to 5, I'm going to be working on something, guys. Whether it's making stickers, because we want to do that, and we got our. I don't know if you guys have one, but the printer that you don't need to have no ink or anything like that. That also makes stickers, so you can make stickers for your business with your logo on it, and just have it readily available. You can always flatten the bags back down. I know that LBE put some of her, put her information on some of her bags. So you can use your downtime to do that. You could use your downtime to do that. You could do your downtime. You know you're going to make some bows. You know what colors you're going to make them. You can even make the bows for downtime. Anything that put us ahead of the game, that's what we need to be doing. If you're going to do gift bags that need toppers, you already know what size bags you're going to use, like the little treat bags for Easter, or if you're going to use any. You know you're going to use those treat bags, and you know they need toppers. You know the size of the bags. Go ahead and make the toppers. Go ahead and pre-make them and just stick them with those bags. And guys, get your bag. Oh my God, I'm guilty. Because when I tell you I don't know what size bags everywhere, listen, my bags, they just everywhere. They're intermingling with every family, with every bag family that there is. So what I'm going to do is I got my handy dandy measuring tape. So I'm going to use that time to measure my bags that's in a disarray. And I'm going to use that time to go ahead and get me those jumbo bags from Dollar Tree. You know, the bags with the little handle. I'm going to use those. I'm going to write the size of the bags and put those size of bags in there. Even our body bags, LBE got me calling them body bags, but the 50 by 60 bags, they fold nicely and fit in those as well, because you know they have them in large, they have them in small, they have them in medium, and they have them in extra large. So what my plan is to label those bags with the bags that I'm putting in there. Y'all, I'm sorry, I'm trying to get comfortable. Hold on, guys. He moved it. Uh-oh, sorry. Hold on, guys. Let me get this pillow propped up. Because I'm sinking. I don't know why I'm sinking. All right. That's much better than this hair getting on my nerve. So, yes, I'm sorry about that. But, yeah, so that's what I think I'm going to do, because they're everywhere. And I have a shelf that can accommodate long bags. So when I do need the long bags, I could take them out and lay them on that particular shelf and use that particular shelf for that bag, for those long bags. But until then, they are going to be stored together, and I'm going to put them in those bags that I told you I'm going to go get from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to make sure I write the size on them. And I'm going to have to make sure I keep them organized that way. So once I measure them out, get them labeled, then I'll find a spot, and I'm gonna label them according to size. I'm gonna store them according to sizes. That way I know, okay, on this shelf I have my 12 by 13s, or my 6 by 12s, my 9 by 12s. This is the shelf for my small bags, my medium, on down to my big ones. And then I'll have a shelf by itself for shrink wrap, because I'm not a big fan of shrink wrap bags. But what I'm gonna do, I still have some, so I still have to make a place for them. Everything has to have a place. If it doesn't have a home, you need to get rid of it. If it doesn't have a home, get rid of it or make a home for it. And your life will be a lot easier, a lot better. Your workflow will go a lot better if these items are organized and in place. Okay? So that's what I plan on doing as far as my bags, my boxes. And then I'm going to store them. If I know, okay, I'm not using these bags until Valentine's Day, I'm going to store them accordingly. I know they got Valentine's stuff on them, so I know I can't use them. So you're out of season, so you're going to go over here to this area. And then I'm going to store them according to the holiday. Whatever holiday I need it last for, that's what, I'm going to store them like that. Valentine's, I know I need it at the top because it's before Mother's Day. So I'm going to store it like that. And then when I go back to replace, like break down for Valentine's, then I know that these items will be set on another side of the room, of the closet, or wherever I store it, because now Valentine's is over. Now I need to work on the next holiday. So once I pull those items for that particular holiday, I'll stack them next to wherever, accordingly. So yeah, I have it mapped out because, organized mind is peaceful. And I can't be peaceful if I'm not organized. It stresses me out to no end. It causes anxiety. It causes stress. And we know if once, and I've already told my husband, if this business start being stressful for me instead of joyful for me, I'm done. Because I like to create with my heart. I like to create with a clear mind. I like to create with peace. And I like to create with love. If I can't do those things, then it's going to show in my work. It's going to show. Just like when I was over customer service and I used to tell them, you have to answer the phone with a smile because they're like, yeah, right. It doesn't matter. They can't see us, but it reflects in your voice. I said, just try it. And they're like, yeah, you're right. I know I'm right. If you're going to do something, you have to do it with love and peace. You have to do it because you want to do it, enjoy. And it shows. Look at how excited LBE when she's creating Easter because that's her favorite. And guess what? She enjoys. She just go with the flow. And that's what this business is supposed to be about. Creating with love and joy and thinking about how much joy you bring somebody else. If you in there mad because you got to do a basket, man, I don't know why they coming with this last minute basket. They getting on my daggone nerve. It's going to reflect in your work because guess why? You don't want to do it. You don't want to do it. I would rather decline an order than to do it reluctantly. We have to realize and remember, we ask God to bless us with these customers. We ask God to bless our business, to extend our business, to, we asked for it. We asked for this inventory. We asked for it. We asked for God to increase our territory as well. So when he does it, and then we're like, okay, he blessed us 10 times fold. Now where we going to put it? We have to make room. I don't care if you got to put it under your bed, in your closets. We asked for it. And he did not bless us with it for a reason. So we got to think about what we asked for, how we're going to go forth with it, how we're going to conduct business when we get it. Because a lot of times we're not blessed with certain things because God knows we're not prepared or ready for it yet. But when he see that we're ready for it, he'll bless us with it. When I first started, I ain't had no inventory. I was scraping and scrounging. Sean even sent me a box with some stuff. And I made it do what it do. And guess what? I took that stuff out there. I think I used all the items that she sent me except for one. And I used that, I think I used that Valentine's Day or Mother's Day. I didn't know I used one of it. And I used it for Mother's Day because I put it in the basket. And the money that I made off of that basket and the other little basket I just threw together, because I had no inventory, I went out. I bought more inventory with that. And then I was on my way to Pensacola to visit my family. And I said, I'm going to stop in because I had no toys for Easter. No Easter nothing. No summer nothing. And my store was completely out of the orange, the summer stuff. They had maybe 2 or 3 items here or there. So I got those. And I would say, okay, Lord, I thank you for this. So I was like, okay, I got to get on the road. I went on the road and I said, well, I might as well stop at Dollar General and Walgreens along the way. Because I was not thinking about it. And it dropped in my spirit to do it. I said, oh, Lord, you're right. Let me check. And since my husband, well, yeah, he went with me the first time. And so he went with me the first time. And y'all, the first Dollar General I went to, they had what I was looking for. Okay. They didn't have it in abundance, but they had what I was looking for. Y'all hear me? They had what I was looking for. I didn't care if it was 5 or 6 items. They had what I was looking for. So I said, Lord, I thank you for this. Thank you. So we went on about our business. We went on to Pensacola. And guys, When I got to Pensacola, I stopped at CVS. I stopped at Walgreens. And when I tell y'all, when I walked in that store, it was like a light beaming. Oh, y'all know the feeling. I was like, untouched items. They didn't even know that these items was on sale. They still had their 25% sale signs up, right? But I didn't care if it was 25% because I knew I didn't care what they sign said because I knew that my sisters had already showed me on their videos that it was not 25%. It was in fact 90%. Y'all, when I tell y'all, I went there, and at the time I still had my van. I went there, girls, and guys, if you're a guy on here, I stacked up. When I tell you I had so many carts of stuff, I mean, things were untouched. Untouched. And I racked up. And the lady's like, oh my God, you're buying all this? Yep. Yep. And it is. And so I went, guys, and she started ringing me up. And my husband, he's like, but baby, it's 25%. Hush, mind your business. I got this. I didn't ask you to come in. I wanted to come in by myself. I ain't asked you to come in here with me. And don't count my pockets unless you pulling out your card. Okay? That's what I said. So he was like, yeah, but and I said, watch this. Watch this, baby. Just watch. And baby, that lady got to adding up stuff and adding up stuff. And the lady said what my total was. My husband was like, oh my God. He was just looking. And we got in the car. He said, baby, did she make a mistake? He's like, let me hurry up and pull off. I said, no. I said, no. She didn't ring it up incorrect. That was the price. It was 90% off. He's like, but baby, the sign said. I said, yeah, because they didn't know. He's like, oh my God. He said, babe, you hit the jackpot. And ever since then, girl, he was ready. He was ready, baby. Where we going now? I said, let's go to CVS. Yeah, and so, guys, I said that to say this. We may not have what we need right now or want right now, but we have what we need. And when I went to that store, before I went to that store, I had nothing. And Sean sent me that box. I turned that box and turned that box. And I'm telling you, she sent me a few items up in that box, and each item that she sent me went in a separate concept. And it didn't matter how big or how small the concept was. It was the fact that my sister sent me something that worked. And listen, when I tell y'all, I turned that box and reshopped and reshopped and reshopped, and then hit the jackpot when I went to Pensacola. And that was because I was grateful and thankful for the few things that I had. The few things that I had. And now I have inventory. And now I'm able to go get some more inventory because y'all know I didn't have much for Mother's Day because I didn't catch any sales. My store didn't have anything worth me even worrying about getting for Mother's Day or Valentine's Day. So I said, well, I'm going to work what I have for Valentine's Day that I was holding for Mother's Day. I'm going to work that. And if I make enough money, then if I sell all this stuff out, then I won't have nothing for Mother's Day, but I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. So I did well for Valentine's Day. Girl. Listen, all my little sets, everything I had went for Valentine's Day. Mind you, I didn't get any sets really for Christmas because my store is completely out of it. So I said, okay, Lord, I don't know what I'm gonna do for Valentine's Day. I got these little few things right here. I'm gonna pop these things into something, and I'm gonna come up with some gifts for Valentine's Day. So I did that. And so when Mother's Day came around, I had I can't say that. I had a moment. I almost was unsavory. I was almost unsavory. I had a moment, right? And I was like, oh Lord, I don't have that for Mother's Day. So then the waffle robes came about. I said, okay, Let me go and see if I can score on these. Because I missed the other sale where you guys got those inflatable foot tubs and stuff. You know, that Family Dollar had those amazing gift sets and stuff for sale. Well, I missed all of that because my store didn't have any. And I rode around all of Orlando, all of listen. I was all the way Daytona, Tampa, nothing. So I was like, okay, forget about it. I'm gonna work what I have. So Mother's Day rolled around, guys. I had nothing. I had some body wash sets that I had. That Pop Chef went on sale, so I went to Pop Chef. I grabbed those, and then I said, well, I don't want all body wash. I don't want every gift to have body wash in them. So I got to come up with something. So I came up with a few concepts and I just took them out there. They wasn't what I wanted, but they were something. And there was something that I'm sure someone could have used or wanted for their mom, you know. So I put some things together and took them out there. I was able to make a few nicer concepts, and I was able to make a few okay concepts. But the few okay concepts were still cute and they still sold. You know, they wasn't my 60 and $70 or $80 or, $50, but they sold. And that's what, and they went to a home to someone that could use it and that appreciated it. So that's all I cared about. So Mother's Day, I didn't have a whole lot, but I did what I needed to do, and I made some money so I could go buy some more inventory, um, for the after Mother's Day sale, so I could be, kind of prepared. So guys, just keep in mind, we may not have what we need, but we may not have what we want, but we have what we need. And as LBE said, we got to make it do what it do. And yeah, I didn't want a whole lot of body wash and sets, but if that's what I had, that's what I had. So I worked those items. I did not make as many concepts as I wanted to make because I had appointments after appointments. And at that point, my health was more important than uh, getting some baskets together. So we had to know when to hold them and when to fold them. And so I wasn't going to stress myself out in between doctor's appointments and everything because I didn't want my test to be reflecting anything. And that's what it was for me. But next year I will be ready. So guys, make sure you have a day set aside for all your office stuff. Okay, make sure you're getting all your paperwork ready, all of your documents ready for whatever you may need documents for. Work on your website. It's just a complete office day. I can't even think of the word that I'm trying to use right now. But make sure you spend time working on your websites if you have websites, advertising if you want to advertise, if you want to start a uh, uh, Instagram thing for your business, if you don't already have one. Use that day, use that one day for that. Okay. Make sure you get all your tax paperwork together. Just putting things into place. Make a list of office supplies that you may need. And then even including in that day, run out and get your office supplies. Your paper, your notepads, your pens, your sticky notes, tape. Lord knows we use plenty of tape. Get your tape, get your fishing lines, your fishing line. The things that we would like, oh wait, we need this. Oh, we need this. Get your jute together. Anything with supplies. Spend a day getting just your supplies um in your office work together. Then the next day, work on what look at your inventory and see what concepts you want to write down. Write down all your concepts. At least write down 10 concepts a day. Okay? If you can't put them together, write them down. That way okay, I do have this in stock. I do have this in stock. So I can go ahead on and put these together. This is going to make a good basket for this. Then you write down which age you want to make it for. Just pre-preparing will put us ahead of the game and have us working, like we need to work. So that's what I would be doing. And then I'm going to make sure I keep account of my baskets. How many of which color baskets that I have. And then when they start coming out again, if I need more, those red baskets come out, those blue basket, white, the pastel colors come out. How many do I have already, and how many more do I want to add? Or do I have enough? Those wicker baskets, write down if you need some more, that when they go on sale at Dollar General, that way you'll know, okay, this is my need list to replenish. This is my replenish list. So this is what I know for a fact that I need, that I'm running low on. If I'm running low on bags, I need to use my day, my day to get my supplies. I need to use my supply day to order these bags. So everything just need to be on a list. If you write it down, you'll know what you have. And what I do, I have well, it's not near me, but I have a notebook, and I have it labeled inventory. I have a notebook labeled for supplies. I label and I write down everything, guys. And so when I know that I'm going to the store, I'll grab my supply book, because whatever I need to purchase is in that book. And if I'm going out for inventory and supplies, I bring both. Because I know if I need to get baskets, it's in this book. If I'm looking for more tumblers, it's in this book. If I need more of the Sweet Pea body wash, it's in this book. So yeah, we need to definitely keep a document on all that stuff. It sounds like it's a lot, and it sounds like it's unnecessary until it's necessary. So all the mistakes I made in the past, I'm not making that again. So I'm learning to organize my business better. So that's what I will be doing from this point on. Because now, guys, I'm gonna be real honest. I have not filed my taxes. I had to get an extension because guess why? I didn't do what I was supposed to do. I didn't calculate my receipts. I didn't write down no mileage. I didn't do none of that per month. And my friend girl Verlinda over at Miss V, oh, what is it? Miss V and things. I gotta remember, guys. I think I posted it before. I think it's Miss V things for you. I'll come back to it. I can't remember the exact way it is, but I think most of you guys went over and subscribed to her when I mentioned her name. But she and I are gonna do a live together. So I remember I remember I did put her information out, and a lot of you guys went over and subscribed. So thank you for supporting her. But yeah, she's giving me that idea to, sis, why don't you do it per month? I said, girl, you right. See, we don't know everything, and it's good to learn from others. That's why we have to remain teachable and coachable and not be in our feelings when somebody try to tell us something different to do than what we're used to. We have to always embrace other people's ideas and, you know, and take them and try it. All we can do is try it. It may work for us, it may not. If it don't work for us, then we don't do it again, right? But at least we try it, because if we doing something in the past and it ain't worked for us, now it's time to adopt something completely new and different from someone else. So yeah, guys, I'm not gonna keep you guys much longer, because y'all know I'm laying in this bed and I'll keep talking until them twins show up. When them twins show up, y'all know the twins are thunder and lightning with their disrespectful selves. It's raining, and they're not always far behind. So if they come, all you gonna hear me, all y'all gonna see is this video ended, because I do not play with thunder or lightning. And the twins are very disrespectful. So guys, I just wanted to come on here and chat and run my mouth and see what shed some light on some things, or share some things that I'm gonna be doing. Hopefully it helped you guys with organizing. And you guys see I had that one stand, that bookshelf, where I was putting concepts inside of that. So once the holiday rolls around, that's what I'll be doing again. Because what I do is I lay my concepts out the night before, and get up the next day, put them together, lay out some more, and if I have time, I'll put them together again, put some more together, and so that helps me get my concepts together, and it helps me to move along. That next day, I clean up my space. I lay out all the things I'm going to need for those particular concepts, whether it be the totes, the baskets, whatever I'm going to use, bags. I put everything together, and all I got to do is come in that next day and put them together. And if my table is empty, I have a load table, I have a work table, and I have a complete table. So my load table would be the baskets that I loaded ready for the next day. My cube would be for the baskets that's gonna be loaded, gonna go on the preload. And my workstation is the ones that are laid out already ready for me to just come in and start stacking and bagging. And my finished table are the ones that are finished. That's where I put the bowls at. Where after I finish them, I put them on that table for them to be boxed up or either put on a shelf until it's time to load up. Because some of my gifts are too tall to go in a box to be stacked. So I normally stack the ones that are like my shorter baskets. I normally go ahead and box and stack them. My little cube things, yeah, my bags and stuff like that. And I'm working on a new way to stack my bags so that I can stack them on top of each other. And I'm thinking what I may do is get a box. It looks good in my head, but we all know execution is something totally different. So I'm thinking I could use a taller box and get those like some dolls, some dowel rods, and put in the corners of my box and one in the center of my box, the same height as my bags. Get me a foam core board and lay it across there. Because what I'm thinking is if I do that, that'll stop my bags from crushing the bags on the bottom. And I could create like a little shelf. So I could then stack those other bags on top of that landing that I just made with the dowel rods and the foam core board, and stack my bags like that, and then that way um they won't be mushed down. What you guys think? If you're still on here, I might just be talking to myself because I don't see anybody saying anything. Thank you, Keisha, for coming over to support. Girl, listen, you know what? You're gonna really, really be so grateful that you taking the time now to organize. I'm telling you, if you take the time now, yeah, it's frustrating and it's annoying. But guess what? In the end, when we get ready to use this stuff, we're gonna be so excited that we organize this stuff in a orderly fashion that we're not even going to be concerned about the fact that it took us February to get this stuff organized because of the time that it's going to take away from us looking for stuff and trying to figure stuff out. It's going to pay out. It's going to pay off in the end. You're going to be excited. So kudos to you for already starting to organize and getting your inventory together. Now, I call it Songbird. Lord, Divine Creations. I think that's her name. I call it Songbird. But anyway, Divine's Creations with an 8, the number 8 for creations. She hipped us to this um, software on our phones. You can download from your Play Store, and it's called, oh Lord, Organize. Hold on. Let me find out. Hold on, guys. Let me find out the name of it. But it's a software that we could use. I think it's Organize and Inventory, if I'm not mistaken. And it's on in your Play Store. Now, that's an awesome, awesome software. I start using it with my newer items. And I'm just going to go back and scan my old items in there because, honey, it was way too much for me to go all the way back. But now that I'm using this downtime, I'm gonna make it my business to do it. So what I'm planning on doing is getting my bedrooms cleaned up of all that mess that I got in there, and I'm storing everything in my office. So what I'm gonna do is use those bedrooms after I clean them up and get them refreshed and everything. I'm gonna use those bedrooms to put my household items in one. I'm gonna put, I'm gonna use those rooms to, if it makes sense, to use that room to put items in that I'm gonna organize. Like that's gonna be my organizing station, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna use one room for all household items gonna go in there. All boy items are gonna go in the other bedroom. All girl items are gonna go in the other bedroom, if that makes sense. All of my office supplies are gonna go be in my office. So what I'm gonna do is go into that room, that particular room. I'm going to document every single item that's in that room, and I'm going to organize it accordingly. And then bring that tote or that basket into my office to store, if that makes sense. Is anybody in here, or is it just me? If it's just me, I'm going to get off. I think I've talked enough. But yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use those bedrooms as my organizing station, and then I'm going to go from there. I think that's going to be the best for me because the way my mind works, I have to clear a space. I have to clear the complete room out, take everything out, and then put things in there the way I need them to be. And so that way I won't be moving stuff around stuff. Everything will be completely out the room, and everything that'll go back into the room will go in there in an orderly fashion. Well, guys, it's been over an hour. I'm going to end this live. Until the next time, guys, be the best you that you can be. Thank you for joining my live and listening to me jabber on. I hope that whatever I said is helpful to someone. Even if it's just one person, at least my job is done. Well, so guys, I hope that what I've told you guys is going to be helpful and in getting your business organized. And again, I'm proud of everyone that went out and sold their hearts out. Your hard work paid off. Your dedication is amazing to your business, and I am proud of each and every last one of y'all. Keep doing what you got to do to be where you want to be or get where you want to go. And guys, until the next time, I'll be hollering at y'all. I'm going to go in here and continue to relax until my husband gets off of work. Then I'll decide if I'm going to go out here to Walmart and see what I can get. Some things I may have to go ahead on and get at 50% because, like I said, my store don't hardly have much. And I noticed that when it started coming 70 and 90%, they had start boxing that stuff up and putting it away. So I'm going to go ahead on and get a few items that I wanted to get for sure for Mother's Day at 50%. Okay, guys, I know you guys are probably out shopping and doing what you need to do for your business. Hi, Shamika. You're welcome, love. So, guys, go ahead on. If it's raining in your part of the town, stay dry. If it's not, enjoy the sunshine and shop, shop, shop till you drop, or organize until you can't organize anymore. Okay? Until next time, guys, I love you guys. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for supporting my channel. Thank you for all the thumbs up. Please comment. Please like, share, subscribe. Okay, guys. Until the next time, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.